It's a pleasure seeing things for being on the Magical Butter stage.
Thank you, Jeremy. Appreciate it. How's everybody doing?
Yeah!
Yeah, we're on the precipice here. All right. Well, first of all, let me thank David and Morgan for putting on this wonderful event. Thank you. Where's Morgan? There she is. What a great launch to the to this event. You guys are going to be. This is going to be a powerful association right here. And I've met some great people. Hopefully you guys got to try Pam's raw cannabis shakes. All right, so a little bit about Evergreen Herbal and what we're doing. We're creating high quality cannabis edibles and concentrates for the medical market, and we'll be looking to transition into the 502 market when that finally gets going. Let's go to the first slide. All right, so one of the principles in Evergreen Herbal is creating a quality, consistent product. Part of that is the testing. We do a lot of testing before we make any bars or drinks or whatever. We test the trim, then we test the concentrate. Once we have a baseline of that concentrate, we then test it again to see how activated it gets. We have to go through a process called the decarboxylation process, which is the removal of an extra carbon, because you're not going to smoke your brownie or you're not going to smoke your chocolate bar. So we have to remove that extra carbon, and then we test it again, and then we put it into a product. And then once we have that product, we actually hold one batch back, and then we send it off into the world. Next slide. All right, so this is our top selling product, our lemonades. They're great on a hot summer day. I suggest you guys all try some, get samples. We got free samples at the booth. All right, next slide. The Great Quencher, sugar-free product. So for all those people that are diabetics and don't want that high sugar intake, we have a product for you. We also have a cherry flavor coming out real soon. So these are, next slide. Let's just get right through this. Woo! Here we go, tea. Yes, tea for those cold, rainy days. We just reformulated our tea with multidextrin, so now the cannabis comes out of the tea bag instead of staying in the tea bag. So that's exciting. We got 4 flavors of tea. We've got a sleepy time with valerian root. We've got a green tea, a chai tea, and a black tea. All right, next slide. Our honey stick accompanies the tea really well. Next slide. The infamous 420 bar. So we got 4 flavors of 420 bars. Oh, and those are the, okay. These are the 180 mil bars, which we're going to have to reformulate for 502 to only have 100 milligrams in them. But get them while they're still strong, and there's samples over at the table, so feel free to go get some samples. Next slide. This is the Baby Brother bar right here for people that don't want such a strong product. Maybe they're a first-time cannabis edible user, and we don't want to over-medicate them. So same great chocolate bar, but with 1/3 of the medicine, or cannabis, whatever we're calling it these days. Next slide. The Mini, we just got a write-up in Northwest Leaf about our Mini. The Mini is hard to open because it's got a child-proof seal around it, and it's more adult-proof than it probably is child-proof, but we also have samples of those, so come on down. You may struggle with it. I'll show you how to open it. It's easy once you know how. All right, next slide. CO2 Nug Run. All right, so by the way, guys, if you're looking to be a processor producer, you should meet Fritz at Eden Labs. Our company was basically, without these guys, my company wouldn't exist. So his machine is the best CO2 machine in the industry and has been instrumental in creating our brand. And so thank you, Fritz.
Thank you, Marko.
And so these are the wonderful products that we make with Fritz's machine. And these are CO2 applicators for people that want to smoke their CO2 oil, dab it, put it in a joint, maybe put it on some toast. This is raw CO2 oil. It is not refined. It is not decarboxylated. There's no propylene glycol or any additives in this product. It is pure CO2 oil, which is the best oil you can get. No hydrocarbons, no solvents. Next slide. Tootsie Rolls, gluten-free Tootsie Rolls. I know a lot of people these days are worried about their gluten intake. Well, we've got a product for you too. That's a gluten-free Tootsie Roll. Come try them out at the stand. Next slide. Boom. Oh, look at the happy people working at Evergreen. We got Dustin working the CO2 machine. There's Fritz's early, what is it? Adam. There's Adam. He won't sell you one of those anymore. He's got his high flow system, but that's one of his first prototypes. There's Krista making the drinks in our filler. And next slide. And that's it. All right, so come over, check out our booth, and come get a sample. Thank you for your time.